Back here on Griffin's Game Day, you heard from Coach Dan Day, and now it is time for our Griffin Player Spotlight with redshirt senior quarterback Ryan Barabe from Peachtree City, Georgia. Dan Flickinger sitting in for Brittany Pietrangelo here on the Griffin Player Spotlight. And Ryan, first of all, we start with congratulations. PSAC West Offensive Player of the Week.
Thank you.
You guys get a victory as well, which I know that's what you care most about. How good did it feel? Just kind of tell us how good it felt to get that done.
I felt really good. It felt like a weight off a lot of our older guys' shoulders because, it's been a while since we got one of those good wins. And, being the first time we've ever beat Gannon as a program, none of us knew that till after the game. But it was definitely a big burden lifted off of us. After
the safety, you guys knew, your offense knew you had to go out and you had to win the game. Tell us what the strategy was going into that last drive, what the coaching staff was kind of talking with you about, because all you needed was a field goal, but you would also took a touchdown as well as you did. So what was the strategy kind of going into that final drive?
Going into it, looking at the little huddle before we went on the field, like nobody had any doubt that we were going to score. I would say the strategy was just take what they give us. We have a timeout. Coach Dutton called phenomenal plays working the sidelines so that we could save that and, work down the field as fast as we can, knowing that we had under a minute.
Take us through the final play then, the touchdown. It was interesting talking with Coach Day, which I didn't realize this. The final play, it looked like it should have been an offsides penalty. You recognize that. Yeah. Matt recognizes that. For some reason, they don't throw a flag, but we'll get past that. But kind of take me through that and the adjustment that you guys made and then the catch that Matt made.
So we just had a normal pass play called. We had our normal cadence called, and for whatever reason, the defense just started to jump and, commend our center, Moses Mabry. He noticed that they were very far off sides, and he snapped the ball. And, Matt recognized it, and he just, in that situation, took off, ran a go route. I recognized that the corner on him was a little tighter than the other side, and I took a shot, and, Matt climbed the ladder and, made an incredible catch, that lifted us to the win.
And talking about the older guys, you had to feel good for Matt, too, especially. Yeah. Coach Day was talking on our postgame show about what he went through earlier this year. He got ejected from the Westchester game, and I know he's a great kid and a great leader for you guys. To see him come down with that ball, you had to feel happy for him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I lived with Matt on campus for just about 2 years, and, we've been friends for a while. The adversity he faced, he's a great competitor. I had no doubt in my mind that he was going to come down with that catch.
It's interesting, too, a lot of the times when there's an offsides penalty coming up, a lot of the talk is about the quarterback and the receiver. You guys made a great adjustments too, but I thought it was interesting you talked about Moses snapping the ball even before you were technically, I guess, ready for it, but everybody had to recognize what was happening, so you were ready for it for that reason, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk a little bit about the fact that, when you look at your season, you had the best game of your season so far. What was the key to you playing so well in that game against Gannon?
I think the whole week of preparation, our offensive coordinator, Coach Dutton, he kind of just made an emphasis on me just to take what I see. I'm the one out there playing the game. I've played this game a long time. If I see something, just go with it. And, I took that into the game, and I think that's why I was so successful. I think I threw 8 bubbles to Mikey and Keenan, and it was just because they didn't match it. And, I'm going to take what I see. I think I did that the whole game and put us in a good situation to win the game.
And if you guys get those guys open space, you have to feel like they're going to have a lot of success.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I get the ball in Mikey or Keenan's hands, they could take it all the way every time.
I just talked with Coach Day about the relationship that you and Chris Jones have. You guys rotated a lot. I know you have a very close relationship, but is it challenging at all to go to the sideline and come back onto the field, go to the sideline, come back on? Is that challenge to get into the rhythm? Obviously, last week it didn't look like it was much of a challenge for you, but is that challenging?
Personally, I don't think I've had a problem with it at all. Chris and I are been together for 3 years now. We have a crazy relationship. I think a lot of people around the program and outside the program put this position battle on us, but inside our room, we're best friends. We're our biggest supporters. He pushes me, I push him, and that's why we're both able to go on the field whenever and compete.
Take us from week 1 until now. How much better do you feel with this new system, with the new coaching staff and the new offensive system that you guys have in compared to the beginning of the season?
I feel very comfortable with it now. I mean, I think when we started, there was a lot of things that we wanted to do to take advantage of certain defenses we were doing. I think, over the last couple of weeks, we started to, simplify just a little bit for, not just us as quarterbacks, but the running backs, the offensive line, the receivers, just bringing down the amount that we're responsible for. And I think, we're pretty good with what we're at right now.
Ryan, this senior class has a chance to leave a legacy here of laying those building blocks for future wins and hopeful championships down the road. Is that something you think about at all, being the first team under, Coach Day, coming back here after playing here and all those things, that trying to change the culture? Do you think about these things a lot as a senior?
Yeah, as a senior, I think about it, and we talk about it as a team pretty much every single day. It kind of dawns on you a little bit when you're a redshirt senior that, every game, that's your last time doing that game. Like, I only have 5 more games left in my career. It's going to be pretty important for me to leave on a high note for the younger guys to carry the torch once I'm gone.
Do you see more and more guys buying into the culture and just to win that game against Gannon? I know that, hey, you want to win more than one game. I mean, this is continuing.
Sure.
You played today too.
Yeah.
But how important was it to get that win as you continue to try to change this culture?
I think it was very important. I mean, I think every time you go on a losing streak, there's always that sense of, you're losing hope as the season continues and guys falling off. But I think with that win, it's boosted guys' morale. A lot of guys came out to practice this week pretty fired up, as well as, it's weeded out some of the guys that, we don't need on the team anymore. And I think we have a good group of guys right now.
Well, that's good. What do you enjoy most about playing for Seton Hill? What do you enjoy most about being on campus, going to class? What do you enjoy most about Seton Hill University?
I think the biggest thing I like about this university has to be the people on it. Not just on my team, just the people in general. I transferred from a JUCO, and I attended 2 JUCOs actually, and coming here, it was welcome with open arms, and especially the guys on my team. Like, I formed bonds with them that they'll never break.
All right, let's move to our WSN Quick 6 questions. You ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Give people a little bit more about Ryan Barabe here. First of all, Ryan, what do you enjoy most about playing football?
Going out on the field with the 10 guys on the offense with me, going at another 11 guys. I mean, competition is my biggest thing.
The thrill of competition.
Yeah.
So when you're not on a football field or you're not in class, which is extremely rare right now, but you are a redshirt senior.
Yes, sir.
So
yeah.
What do you enjoy the most? What are you doing when you're not in class or playing football?
I'm probably at home dealing with my 8-month-old husky.
Okay.
It's a handful,
Nice.
to say the least.
Oh, I love the Huskies with the blue eyes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's its name?
Leo.
Leo. I like it. What's your pregame routine? Do you do anything unique pregame?
No.
No?
I don't really do
Not
anything
much.
crazy.
Do you have like a go-to song you listen to or anything, or just kind of?
Pretty much just listening to Da Baby.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What's your favorite? So you grew up Peachtree. I'm sorry. You're originally from where?
Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Cape Cod, Massachusetts. But when did you move then to Georgia then?
Right after I graduated high school, my mother moved down to Georgia.
Okay. So what was your favorite homemade meal at home? Like when you get to go back home, growing up even, what's your favorite homemade meal?
The first thing that comes to mind is it's not anything crazy. It's just mashed potatoes, corn, and ground beef, and my father liked to call it slop.
Slop. You just slop it all together.
Throw it all in a bowl.
Yeah, that sounds good.
On those quick nights where you're all home late.
Yeah, just
chow it down.
maybe even grab a spoon.
Yep.
What movie out there can you recite every line to?
Any Given Sunday.
Nice. That is a great movie. Who has had the biggest influence on you in your life, would you say?
There's a lot of people who have had big influences on me, but I think the biggest would be Jesus Christ. I made the commitment to become faithful when I was graduated from high school, so not that long, but I can't even remember what my life was like before him, and I just feel so much fuller after knowing him.
And Ryan, can you tell us what your major is? Tell everybody what your major is in here.
I'm a sports management major.
All right. What would you like to do after school? Do you know yet?
I think I want to get into the coaching field in GA somewhere, and then go into full-time coaching.
Well, you're a quarterback, so you can slide right into coaching. I'm
Yes,
sure
sir.
pretty
Yes,
easily.
sir.
Ryan, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck today.
Thanks.
That is Ryan Barabe of the Seton Hill Griffins. We'll be back as we continue on Griffins Game Day with our pregame show. It's Seton Hill and Mercyhurst coming up on the Westmoreland Sports Network.